Hi, and welcome to this email. If you're getting this email, it's because I have reached out to you and invited you to be on my team. And so I wanted to introduce myself and just share some things with you so that you can see if this coaching opportunity is a good fit for you. So, a little bit about me. My name's Andy, and I am a mom of four. I had my fourth baby in May of 2018. I have three boys and then a girl, and they keep me very, very busy. Coaching came into my life back in 2013. I had my oldest two sons at the time. They were 1 and 3 years old. I was working night shift as a nurse. I had actually just switched to a new job as a nurse, which was my dream nursing job, working in labor and delivery. And I loved what I did. But I was so tired all of the time. I was overweight. I was carrying around the same 30, 40 extra pounds that I always had on my body. I was never somebody who could just figure out how to get fit and lead a healthy lifestyle. I was the yo-yo dieter. I had tried everything from Slim Fast to Cabbage Soup Diet to Suzanne Summers to Weight Watchers to Jenny Craig to you name it, I had tried it. I was using my MyFitnessPal to try to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight, which was never even a healthy weight to begin with. But in my head, I knew I wanted at least one more baby at the time. And I knew that I needed to try to get the weight off. But I was struggling and I was complaining about it a lot. I tend to be that person who, if I am self-conscious of something, I'm going to poke fun at myself before somebody else beats me to it. So if I perceive that somebody's going to look at me and think, she is overweight or she is this or that, I'm going to poke fun at myself first. I was doing that a lot. And I was complaining about being super tired and complaining about my weight and poking fun at myself all the time, to the extent that my coach, who was my neighbor, said, enough. You need to stop complaining and you need to do something about this. And I was really irritated by her, to be honest. She also had two boys that were the same ages at the times. They were 1 and 3 years old. And she also had a six-pack and had lost every ounce of baby weight, pre-pregnancy weight, whatever. And I was jealous. I wanted what she had, but I didn't know what she did to get it. So she started to tell me, just get up early and work out. And I was like, I can't do that. I work night shift. I already don't get enough sleep. At the time, I was still breastfeeding my 1-year-old. He was still waking up frequently through the night, and I was working night shift. So I was just beyond exhausted. I'm also hypothyroid. So losing weight is like an extra struggle for me because my metabolism is slower. My whole body just works slower. And that makes me even more tired, even when my meds are where they should be, so that my labs reflect what they should be to be in like a normal range, right? So she kept encouraging me to try this 25-minute workout. And I kept telling her, no, thank you. Well, there was one day we were having a play date at my house. I was in my same sing-song complaining mode. And she said, just walk over to your computer right now. I'm going to show you exactly what this is, and you're going to buy it right now. And it was a bag of Shakeology and T25 on DVD. And it was like $200 and something. And I thought, my husband's going to kill me for spending this money. But I also felt really desperate at the time to try something. And I looked at her and I saw that it worked for her and I trusted her as my friend. So I said, okay. So I bought my first challenge pack, T25 Shakeology. Within a month, with the support from the challenge group she put me in, I was already seeing results. I was dropping weight. My energy was increasing. And truth be told, the only thing I was doing was drinking the shake every day and pressing play on the workout every day. I wasn't even fixing the rest of my nutrition that I should have been at that time. And I was already seeing results. So I thought, oh my gosh, this is incredible. People around me started to notice. They started to notice that I seemed happier, that I seemed more energetic. And they noticed physically that I was losing weight. So I had so many people asking me what I was doing. And I was like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to know about this. And I kept saying, my friend, I don't quite know what she does. I think she works for this company, but she could hook you up. She could totally get you a discount. I think she gets all the programs and Shakeology cheaper. So I'll just have her hook you up. I didn't know that this was a business. I didn't know that she was trying to run a business, but I just kept referring people to her. So what I thought was just the best thing ever that everybody needed to do, I was just very openly, honestly, and organically telling people, just drink this shake and do this workout because it's going to change your life. So fast forward a few months into the new year, it was January of 2014, and my coach kept saying, you need to do this as a business. You have given me so much business. Why don't you just do this, earn some commission, earn some extra cash, build a team? You could do this. And I kept saying, no, I don't want to do that. I remember telling her, I already have a job. I'm a nurse. I went to school for years to become a nurse. And I just landed my dream nursing job back in September of last year, working labor and delivery. This is what I want to do. This is my passion. Also at the time, I was teaching natural childbirth classes out of my home because that's another passion of mine. So I remember laughing at her. Another time she came to me and said, you just need to run this business, saying, oh my gosh, don't you hear me? I'm already running another business. I'm already working night shift and I have these 2 little kids. There's no way. I have 0 time to do that. And I also remember telling her, you know what, no offense, but I never want to be a part of one of those companies or one of those businesses where you're trying to like sell things. I kept telling her I'm not a salesperson. I'm like the last person anybody would want to buy anything from because I still have weight to lose. Like, how can I be some sort of fitness expert and tell people what to do when I still have weight to lose? And she was like, but that's the point. Like, you are already inspiring so many people just by living and doing these things. Why not get compensated for it? So I sat on it for a couple more weeks. The end of January, I decided, you know what? I will sign up for this discount you keep telling me about. Because she kept saying at the end of the day, you might as well enjoy 25% off the shakes that you love so much. And any program you buy going forward or any, Beachbody products, you'll get 25% and you don't have to do anything. I'm like, okay, I can handle that. Discount, sign me up. So at the end of January of 2014, I signed up as a discount coach. I had 0 intentions of doing anything other than I was the squeaky wheel saying, knock, knock. P.S. All those customers I sent to you, can you give them back to me so I can at least have the commission from all of those people? So she transferred all my friends and family to my business center. And I slowly started to get these little paychecks of $30 here, $60 here. I remember the first time I made $100 and I was like, oh my gosh. I texted my husband and I said, this could pay for both cars to fill up on gas this week of what I just made on this Beachbody thing, which I still didn't completely understand how it worked. I still wasn't at my goal weight. So I wasn't putting myself out there because I was worried of what people would think. I was still breastfeeding. So some people were telling me that's great and all, but I'm pregnant or I'm breastfeeding, so I can't be doing that. And I was like, but wait, but I'm breastfeeding and these shakes are actually helping increase my breast milk. So yes, you can. So I was doing all of these things kind of behind the scenes as a coach. I started running my own challenge groups because I just loved it and I fell in love with that. So all those customers that my coach gave back to me, I opened up a group on Facebook and I started supporting them every day. And we showed up every day posting that we had our shake and we did our workout, and we showed up on the days that were hard saying, dude, I need some help here. I'm having a really hard time staying on track or whatever. And I continued to see results all the way down to a weight that I never thought would be possible for me, hypothyroid, working night shift, 2 kids. And I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, oh my gosh, I really did this. I snapped a picture. This was in May, the end of May of 2014. It was the first time that I truly saw physically the change in myself. And I felt the change in myself emotionally too. And my husband and I were on our way to a marriage retreat. And I made this little side-by-side image of a picture I had of myself from the fall of 2013 when I was at my heaviest, post-second baby, miserable. And this picture that I snapped of myself with dirty laundry in the background, me standing in front of my mirror in my closet, full of joy and just proud of myself for the first time ever in terms of my health and fitness. And I posted that on my Facebook. And I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that. That's so weird. But the response I received hundreds of comments and likes and people messaging me saying, oh my gosh, how did you do that? What did you do? And this fire was lit within me to be like, I'm going to live this out loud. I've been living this coach lifestyle kind of on the DL, in the closet, pretending like it's got to be just my thing. And I don't want to admit that I'm doing this because I don't want anybody to judge me or, think that I just want to be friends because I have something to sell. I decided, no, I'm going to live this out loud and I'm going to shout this to the rooftops because I felt so great with what I had accomplished that I felt like everybody needed to know about it. Not just my close friends and family who noticed, not just my coworkers who saw the change in me over those months, but everybody. It was also at that time that I started to pay attention to what this amazing team that I was on, had to offer in terms of training and building a legit business. I started to pay attention to that. And I remember hearing a call from somebody who's on our team saying that they were a nurse and that they had just quit their nursing job because they were actually earning more as a Beachbody coach than they were as a registered nurse. And it clicked with me. I thought, oh my goodness. So even though I loved my job as a nurse, most nights I went kind of on the verge of tears. I really didn't like leaving my kids, knowing they'd be sleeping all night, but I would be on the verge of tears for two reasons. One, because I was so tired and I knew that I was barely going to get any sleep and I had already been up for an entire day and I had to stay up until the next morning. Second of all, I was on the verge of tears because I just didn't like to leave them. I had this image of what I always wanted my life to be like. And being a stay-at-home mom was always there, but I never let my mind wander there because I never thought it could be a reality for me. I never thought it would be in the cards living in San Diego, California, where it's very expensive to live on one income. It just wasn't in the cards for us. But at that moment, when I heard that girl say she quit her job, a light bulb went on and I thought, if she can build a business like that, so can I. So I dug in my heels and I drew a line in the sand. I'm going to do whatever this team tells me to do to become successful. I'm going to figure out how to build a business so that one day, if I want to, I can walk away from nursing while my kids are little and be home full-time and be a stay-at-home mom. I don't know that I actually believed in that moment that it could happen, but I lived and breathed learning what this business could do for me and how to do it, and I put it into play. So for the following 6-ish months, I worked this business diligently, consistently, every single day, but only for like an hour a day because that's all I had. I was still working. I had my little kids. So when I would get home from my shifts, I would lay in bed with my phone and I would reach out to people and I would invite them to join me and I would share about my journey. When I got up after sleeping a few hours after my shift, I would work out and I would drink my shake and then I would talk about that and how it was changing my life and what it was doing for me physically and emotionally. And then at night after my kids went to bed, I would spend another 30 minutes checking into my challenge groups, encouraging them, reaching out to new people saying, hey, you've got to join me on this. It's incredible. And within about 18 months time, I realized I was earning more as a Beachbody coach than I was as an RN. At that time, was just found out I was pregnant with my third son, Hayden. This is now 2015 at the time. And I had some complications at the end of his pregnancy, ended my last shift not knowing it would be my last shift because I had every intention of going back to work. I laid the groundwork to return to work for one shift a week because in my mind, that would be the perfect thing ever. But a month before I was due to return to work, it was the spring of 2016, I realized that it would be best for my family to just do Beachbody full time and be the stay-at-home mom I always wanted to be. And I resigned as a nurse. And that was with a heavy heart because I loved that job. But I also knew that this was something that could be incredible if I could just focus on my family and focus on this. Still, to that point, I was only putting in about an hour a day into this business, sometimes a little bit more. But it was amazing to me what I was able to build for my family with this business in just a short amount of time. But the key was I did it every single day. I stay in the trenches. I still do my workout every day. I still drink my shake every day. And I still shout this opportunity and this lifestyle to the rooftops because it's legitimately changed my entire life. I now have a team of rock stars who are also reaping the benefits themselves of earning an income big enough to be able to quit their full-time jobs and stay home full-time. I have girls on my team who work in corporate America, and they are also walking away from their jobs because they are able to use Beachbody as their full-time financial support for themselves and their family. And the craziest part is, and the most awesome part, well, there's lots of really awesome parts, but there was no financial risk to do this. The risk on my end was putting myself out there and taking the chance that I might fail or I might get criticized or whatever. I had to put all that aside and just go, no, I'm going to do this. And the blessing has been immense. And I just want to pay that forward to you. Our team has a monthly training where we walk step by step with you every single day for a full month to help you learn what we do every day, specific action items to build your own business. We also have a 1-hour quick start video that's brand new, up to date, that I can send you immediately that teaches you what you can do today to start your business. There's no financial risk. You don't have to stock product. All you buy to be a coach is what you would buy to start your fitness journey. So not only with this opportunity can you change your life financially, but in the least, if you never make $1 on this, guaranteed, if you put into play Shakeology, the challenge groups where you check in and get your support and accountability, doing your workout every day, and the nutrition component, which I will teach you, you will better your life. And in the least, you'll lose weight and tone up and get that freedom from your health that maybe you're looking for. You don't have to be an expert in fitness and nutrition. I am the farthest from that. You don't have to be at your goal weight. In fact, I've seen my business always go all the way to the peak when I'm on my journey. Right now, I'm still trying to lose the baby weight from baby number 4, and my business is peaking because I'm on the journey with people. They're seeing my progression of where I started postpartum and how much I'm losing along the way and how I'm toning up by using these products, how I'm living a healthy lifestyle, how I'm drinking the shake through now 2 more pregnancies and breastfeeding, and how it's just blessing my life and my health. And if you don't have a lot of time to do this, trust me, I don't either. I have 4 kids. I have no nanny. I have no support. I shouldn't say that. I do have support. That wasn't the right word. I have no house cleaner. Only 2 of my kids go to school, and one of the 2 only goes half day because I want to be home. That's my number 1 job. I work this business in the morning before my kids wake up, and a little bit at night at nap time if I can squeeze it in, and then when they go to bed. And by doing that consistently every day, I have built a business that I never thought was possible, but it's real and it's here for you too. I'm sure after you watch this video, you're going to have 1,000 more questions because I know I did. I am here to answer those questions. I hope that this was helpful for you, but if you've watched this video and you still want more information and you're curious about joining our team, please email me back. Let's chat. I'll hop on the phone with you and you can just ask all your questions live and we can get to know each other and see if this is a good fit for you. I pray that this is a blessing on your life just as much as it has been on mine. And I hope that we can get to know each other better and that I can mentor you not only to your financial goals, but also to your health and fitness goals. I hope you have a great day.